There. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about configuration of VTP, VLAN trunking protocol. So we discussed about the concept of VTP, and we learned about that how we create a server to transfer the VLANs into the clients, and number of VLAN. If you created 100 VLANs in the server, then it will be easily transferred to the clients of VTP. So that help that it decreased some way that decreased the effort some way of network administrator. So you can see currently I have created two VLAN sales and accounts. And for example, if this is two, but it could be more than that. That's the thing. I mean, so currently we don't have to transfer uh, the basic thing is that we need to transfer those VLANs. Open this configuration to terminal. Host name, set the host name. This is the client for VTP. Let me show the show VLAN command. And currently, no VLAN is created. You can see only one by default. One is there, and at the switch one, this is server. So let me just give a command called VTP space mode. Now 3 mode is there to configure VTP is client, server, transparent. We have to create a server because we want to promote this switch as a server, and then only via client we can claim the VLANs created in the server. So first we need to promote this switch as a server. How to do that? That's the thing. So VTP space, and another thing is there a transparent mode. Now we will learn about transparent, but by default, as we learned in the concept video, the by default switches are by default we consider and be known as a server. So every switch is known as a server and or promoted as a server. The settings is like that every switch will be a server. Now we have to set a domain, BTV space domain space tech engineer TV, for example. Since it's a server, then it should be have a domain also. So via domain route we will allow the switches to become a client. Now remember, the domain name is case sensitive. It should be like that. If you wrote everything in capital, then you have to wrote capital. If you wrote everything in small, then everything will be in small. So it's a case sensitive thing. Whatever you're written, follow the same. Otherwise, it will be give you error. Now the next command will be VTP password, so that so that person not just stole the data by connecting switches to the server. Otherwise it will be a big headache. We will stole our VLAN database. So that's what we need to do. So now what we need to do is let me consider fast Ethernet. This is fast Ethernet 0/2. So we have to make changes. So interface fast Ethernet 0/1, the Ethernet which is connected to the switch. So because by that way we will transfer the VLAN. Now switch port mode trunk. Now we all knows the switch port mode trunk will be switched to switch, access will be switched to PCs, dynamic will be considered dynamically. Now you can see the background that the connection is on red light now, and currently is down, but at some moment it will be up. So okay, it's now up. Now let's see whether it's a switch 0, whether our client will able to get the information about VLAN or not, whether it able to create a VLAN, able to follows the VLAN. Currently by default there is no VLAN created, so let me once again go to configuration terminal. Now this switch is a server. We have to convert this switch as a client, so VTP mode client, and now change to client mode. You can see VTP is now client. Now VTP space domain. Now domain name is Tech Engineer TV. That's very important command we have to give. So yeah, again it's okay sensitive. That's the reason. Now once it become once you feed it out the information of domain, then obviously it will be follow your server. Now VTP password, let me secure it the database. So since we already gave a password, we have to give a password once again from client mode, otherwise data will not be exchanged. So now you can see show VLAN. The two VLANs are now created, and when we were having before, there was no such things. Means we just become a client of a server domain, a switch of part of server domain of a switch. Switch is switch is 1. We become a part of it, and once we become a client, we got the entries of a VLAN which is created in the server side. So this is what we exactly do configure VTP. Hope you learned something about how to configure VTP and how to make a client. Thanks for